When do I ever wear scarves? This is honestly choking me. Real quick, do people's necks get cold or something? Like, what is the purpose of this one? Even I don't know why I'm wearing it. Is it for the style? Like please let me know, because this may be the first and last time I wear a scarf. Welcome to part 2 of the Samson series. Some of the feedback you guys gave me for part 1, I was shookatied myself. Like, just to have received so many messages from you guys saying how much you enjoyed it and how much it actually helped you guys, like, that means a lot to me. And obviously I don't do these videos to try and, you know, earn anybody's approval or get an applause, but, you know, just to know that it's actually helping you guys and that you're actually enjoying it, it blesses a sis. Let's just say that it blesses a sis. But basically today I want us to go to Judges 13 verses 11 to 14. If you have not yet seen part 1 of the Samson series, I beg, click out of this video and click into that video, just so this one will actually make more sense and you'll have some context. I was thinking of actually doing a skit for each part of the Samson series, but then I was like, look, you got your chapter summary, you got your skit in there, wait until chapter 14 and you'll get another skit. For now, be satisfied, full, and blessed by the word. Look, I'm just gonna presume that if you're still watching this video, you saw part 1 of the series. And so, as you would already know, we were introduced to a man called M-Dog. Well, to be honest, I didn't really know how to pronounce his name, so I call him M-Dog. And he had a wife who could not have children, but the angel of the Lord appeared to her and was like, sis, you are going to give birth to a baby boy named Samson, and he is going to help to begin to save your people, the Israelites, from the ones oppressing them, which were the Philistines. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful. But anyway, so the bit I want us to focus on today is Judges 13 verses 11 to 14. And basically this is when the wife has just told M-Dog, hey, an angel appeared to me and I'm gonna give birth to a baby. And he's like, God, send that angel back. I want to hear for myself. And so in verse 11, God brings back the man of God, you know, Jesus, so that he can respond to M-Dog. And so verse 11, it says, M-Dog ran back with his wife and asked, are you the man who spoke to my wife the other day? Yes, he replied, I am. Well, I am. You are now rocking with Will I Am in Britney. So M-Dog asked him, when your words come true, what kind of rules should govern the boy's life and work? So basically he's asking about his child's future. The angel of the Lord replied, be sure your wife follows the instructions I gave her. She must not eat grapes or raisins, drink wine or any other alcoholic drink, or eat any forbidden food. And so that's the bit I want us to focus on. Like, I don't know if you caught that, but M-Dog asked the angel of God if he could tell him what his child was to do in the future. He was asking about his child's future and how things would turn out. If I was M-Dog, I would have literally been like, look, I didn't ask about what my wife is to do and not to do. Like, I don't want a set of commands or anything. I just want my answer. And so Jesus's response made me realize that happens a lot in my own life. Like, I will ask God straight up, God, can you please tell me exactly what's going to happen in my life? Like, can you give me some sort of detail and stuff? And God will tell me the steps I'm supposed to take, and he'll give me a set of instructions, but he won't ever tell me exactly what's going to happen in my life. And I'm like, this ain't it, Chief. But that's how God operates. Like, he will never always give us the full picture. He will only ever give us like a piece of the puzzle. And it's really up to us to say, okay, with each piece he keeps giving me, will I continue to keep obeying him and doing as he's told me to do until I can finally see why this has all happened in life, like why God has asked me to do all these different things and what it's leading up and building up to. And so sometimes we want him to answer the questions of our lives, and we want him to be able to give us an explanation as to why certain things happen, how this all makes sense in the grand scheme of things. And instead of exactly explaining everything in life, God will just give you a word. Like, He'll give you a word like, remember, you are loved. Remember, I have a plan for you. Remember, you are chosen. Remember to keep walking in my love. Like, God will sometimes give you just commands, or he'll give you a word. I know it would be so good if we were just given this little manual or blueprint of our lives, saying, hey, this is exactly what's going to happen. Don't worry when this happens, because you see, I put it together for your good here. And don't worry when this person enters, because I knocked them out like fire here. And you know what I mean? Like, I want to somehow know how everything's interconnected and how it's all working together, right? But sometimes God will just say, no, I'm just going to tell you, trust in me, worry less, pray more, love other people. And I'm like, okay, but God, don't be so broad. Like, I want to know. And God's like, look, faith is about trusting me. As Christians, we walk by faith and not by sight. M-Dog wanted to see what would happen in his child's future, and instead God told him to walk by faith. Instead, God just told him, hey, are you still willing to follow the instructions I give you, even if you don't understand why you're doing it all? And it's hard sometimes when we have a belief from God, we have a hope, that in life, hey, maybe I'm going to end up doing this, but we're like, God, I would just love some extra detail just to know a bit more so I'm not so confused. And God isn't trying to keep us in a state of confusion, not at all. He just wants us to have peace and rest in knowing that he has a plan for us. Peace and rest in knowing that he created us before the foundations of the earth. Like, he really didn't just throw your life together last second and think, ugh, okay, that'll do. Like, God really spent time on you. Each one of us, he gave us such a delicate plan. And I think, to be honest, if he gave us the full picture a lot of the times, maybe we would either get a little bit cocky, maybe we would either just try and run with it and roll with it ourselves. Maybe we might even get a bit intimidated and stop, or like, I don't know what can happen all the time when we're given the full picture prematurely. But God's timing is perfect, and I know that for a fact. And so if he's withholding from telling you something about your future, then don't see that as an issue. See that as an opportunity for you to walk in faith and know, okay, God, I don't necessarily understand everything, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna take the next step and the next step, and things will start to become way more clearer. Like, at the end of the day, ask yourself, am I seeking after all these things in life? Am I seeking after all these opportunities? Or am I really seeking after God? Because if you're seeking after God, you'll be able to feel more content in the mystery of life, in knowing that he really doesn't have evil in store for you. Like, he's got a future and a hope in store for you. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 tells me that. And so basically, the quick video I wanted to say today was, will you still follow God even when you don't have all the answers, and even when it doesn't really make sense? When he hasn't given you the full picture, will you still trust that he has good in store for you, and that it's all working together for your good? And so I hope that's been able to help you guys. It's a little word, and yeah, just be able to challenge you guys to walk by faith, and to not be all concerned if you don't have a horoscope from God and like this whole little list of how everything's gonna be, because yeah, he really does have the whole world in the palm of his hands, and you especially. Okay, time to pray, and then I'll finish up. Okay, so dear God, I want to thank you so much for whoever is listening to this video, and I pray, God, that you please stir up our faith and remind us that even when we do not have all the answers in life, you still have good in store for us. And I pray that you please give us your peace in knowing that. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Okay. Now, I really haven't been telling you guys to like, subscribe, share, any of that stuff, but if you don't know what comes next, my air kisses, it's because you haven't been keeping up with the Kardashians, okay? Lie, but it's because you haven't been keeping up with me. So please do all those good thingies. I want my kisses. So, mwah, mwah, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Can I just quickly say that I think I actually do my air kisses on different sides each time? Like, you guys probably, you know what, you're probably just sitting there not even doing the air kisses back. And if that's the case, you're wrong for that. You're wrong. Officer, come collect.